Class, once again we are back with our geography chapter number 4, agriculture. Yes, I believe you have completed till that what I have taught you in the last class, completed the homework also. Yes, in the last class we have learned about the three types and categories of farming that we have. One is primary sector, secondary sector and the tertiary activities. We have seen that. Yes. And what are the different types of agriculture named as what is sericulture, pisciculture, horticulture. We have learned all these things. Yes. Now in the today's class we will be learning about the different types of farming. Now what is different types of farming? Before we start with different types of farming, let's go with this one of the interesting fact we have. That is, one is organic farming. Now what do you mean by organic farming? In this type of farming, organic manure and natural pesticides are used instead of chemicals. So that means in this organic farming it is natural, eco-friendly type manure, natural pesticides are being used. Okay, no use of chemicals is there. No genetic modification is done to increase the yield of the crops. That means for the good production of the crops, no such types of medicines or chemicals are being used. So that is known as organic farming. Everything is related just to nature. Okay. Fine. Now let's see what are the types of farming we have. Farming is practiced in various ways across the world. Depending upon the geographical conditions, demand of produce, labor and level of technology. So that means in our entire world farming is practiced. And how it is practiced? It is clearly depending upon the geographical conditions, its demands to produce and the labor and the level of technology. So this farming can be classified into two main types. So we have two types of farming. So the first one is subsistence farming and the second is commercial farming. So these are the two types of farming we have. Now let's see what is subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's daily family. So this type of farming means this farming that has been done only for the farmer himself to meet his family's requirements, not for the entire country. So these were actually traditionally low levels of technology and household labor are used to produce on small output. So it was like that a small farmer has a small piece of land. He will grow crops only that is much required for his family, not with much technology. Only household people will be using for the labor and a very small output. That means less amount of growth of crops. So subsistence farming can be further classified as intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. Now in subsistence farming again we have two categories. One is intensive subsistence and the other one is primitive. So what did we learn? Pehla is in farming two types are there. That is subsistence farming and commercial farming. Now again in subsistence farming two more categories. That is, one is intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. Now let's see what is intensive subsistence agriculture. In intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. So small land, he is using simple tools and more labor for cultivation. Climate with large number of days with sunshine and fertile soils permit growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. So in a year, in the same piece of land, you can grow more than one crop when there is a good climate with more sunshine and the soil is also very fertile. Then only you can do that. Okay. In a soil twice you can grow. So rice is the main crop. Other crops include wheat, maize, pulses and oil seeds. So in intensive subsistence farming, rice is the main crop being grown. Other crops are wheat, maize, pulses and oil seeds. Please underline all of these names. Intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated areas of these monsoon regions of South, Southeast and East Asia. So where do we find this intensive subsistence agriculture going on? These are very much found in thickly populated areas where there is more population and in monsoon region where there is a heavy rainfall, which is in the southern part, southeast part and the eastern part of the Asia. So these are the regions where you can find intensive subsistence agriculture. Please underline the names. Now moving to the next, we have primitive subsistence agriculture. Now what do you mean by primitive subsistence agriculture? Let's see. Primitive subsistence agriculture includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. So it is in primitive we have two types, shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Now what do you mean by shifting? As the name suggests, that means we shift from one place to another. So that is shifting cultivation. Now how it does, see, is practiced in the thickly forest areas of Amazon basin. Where do we find shifting cultivation? Mostly in the thick forest region of the Amazon basin and also in the tropical Africa. That is in the tropical region of Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. Okay, please underline these names. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. So where this shifting cultivation goes on, where there is a very heavy rainfall, and because of this very heavy rainfall, the vegetables or the vegetation growth is very quick. Regeneration of vegetable is quick. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassava are grown. What is shifting cultivation? What do they do? One piece of land they take, whatever trees, grass and everything is being grown, they just cut it down, then they burn it. After burning, they make ash. This ash contains all of the fertile nutrients for the growth of these crops. They mix this ash with these crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassava and they grow these crops. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to a new plot. Once this cultivation is done, all the nutrients from the soil is being taken by the crops. Then the land is kept as just empty for few years, so that again the land can get its own nutrients back and the people shift from this land to some other land, move to a new plot. That is why shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. So another name for shifting cultivation is slash and burn. We are just slashing the trees, cutting them, that is slash, and you are burning them. So that is what is known as another name for shifting cultivation. Even there are various names for shifting cultivation all over the world. Let's see in the, do you know? Shifting cultivation is known by different names in different parts of the world. The jhuming is known as in northeast India. You find the northeastern part of India, that is, you will find Meghalaya, Manipur, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, all these places where is the northeastern part of India, there they call shifting cultivation as zooming. Milpa is the name for shifting cultivation in Mexico, Roca in Brazil and Ladang in Malaysia. So this is very important, you need to remember the names. Okay, now moving to the next is nomadic herding. Now what do you mean by nomadic herding? Nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. So nomadic farming is practiced, nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid region. That means there is land where the crops are not very much grown. Little dry region. So there you can find it in the arid regions of Sahara, which is a desert, Central Asia and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir, where the vegetation is less. You can find nomadic farming going on. So in this type of farming, herdsmen move from one place to another with animals for fodder and water. So these farmers move with their entire group of cattle with them from one place to another. Why they move? For food and water, fodder and water along defined routes. This type of movement arises in response to climate constraints and terrains. So this type of movements changes the climatic constraints and terrain. Sheep, camel, yak and goats are mostly reared. They provide milk, meat, wool, hides and other products to the herds and families. So that is what they give the output. The next we have is commercial farming. Now what is commercial farming? Commercial is the name, that means we get money. Commercialization. So money making farming. So what it is? Let's see. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in market. So the area cultivated and the amount of capital used in large. So here they have to invest a lot of money also, capital, and these are the actual those animals which are reared, which are groomed to be sold in the market. So most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming and plantation agriculture. So in commercial farming we have got commercial grain farming, mixed farming and plantation agriculture. So these are the types of commercial farming we have. Now in commercial grain farming, crops are grown for commercial purpose. Why crops are grown? They are mostly grown only for money mines. So that is commercial purpose. Wheat and maize are common commercially grown grains. So these two, wheat and maize, are the two important common crops. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grasslands. So the major region where you will find this types of commercial farming is in the grasslands of North America, Europe and Asia. Please underline the names. These areas are sparsely populated. So these areas have less population, very less population, with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. So the population is less and you have ample of land for the growth and agriculture. Severe winters restrict the growing season and only a single crop can be grown. So there the winter is very severe. So that is why they grow only one type of crop in a year. Now in the mixed farming, let's see what is the mixed farming. In the mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. So mixed farming mein they grow food and fodder and for their livestock. It is practiced mostly in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia and New Zealand and South Africa. So that is what, these are the names of these places. Please underline those names. Now moving to the plantation region. Now what is plantation? Plantations are a type of commercial farming. So these are again money oriented farming. Okay, where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane and cashew nut, rubber, banana or cotton are grown. So these are the different types of crops they have, which are money making, that is tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew nut, rubber, banana or cotton. Please underline the names. Large amount of labor and capital are required. Much of money and more of labor is required for these plantations. They produce may be processed on a farm itself or in nearby factories. So whatever they produce can be processed in the nearby factories or in the farm itself. So the development of transport network is thus essential for such farming. So this type of farming requires a good transport network. The major plantations are found in the tropical regions of the world. So wherever there are tropical regions in the world, you will find the major plantations there. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka are some examples. Please underline all of these names. Okay. So the next topic we have is major crops. Okay. But we will stop till here, plantations, major crops. We will continue in the next class. Till then, let's see for the exercise questions. We have already finished with few of them. I believe you have written it in your homework notebook also. So here first and second is done. Now third question, what is shifting cultivation and what are its disadvantages? You need to write. Fourth, what is plantation agriculture? These two questions, 3 and 4. Question number 3 and 4. You need to write. Okay. Leading producers of coffee. Take the correct answer. Third one, that is Brazil. Leading producers of coffee is the Brazil. Answer is different crops are grown in different regions. You can write this. Okay. So you have question number 1, 3 and 4, question number 2, 3. Question number 3, second, subsistence and intensive farming, distinguish between. I'll give you the answers in the next class. Till then, thank you class.